Hey, what's going on, everybody? I thought it'd be a little different to try something new here instead of Microsoft Flight Simulator videos. Go back to my Xplane, which I love flying here. And today we're going to take a quick flight, about 70 nautical miles here. We're going to be using AirHauler 2. I absolutely love this program. It allows me to fly all my little small aircraft over here. Right now we're going to be flying the Panthera. And we are going to go from Kilo, November Oscar Whiskey, to Charlie Bravo, Quebec 2. Short little jump flight over here. We are going to be delivering, I believe, some livestock. I don't know where the hell I'm going to put that in our Panthera, but yeah, sure, it'll be fine. We're going to be carrying a weight of 544 pounds. And make decent $4,300 or so from that. So we're gonna come over here and start this flight up. I'm gonna go to a new flight. All right, we're gonna just make sure we are here, customize right here. So let's start this bad boy up. As you can see, I have my brand new splash screen that I created, and it's funny because this is the actual parking spot of where we're about to take off. I wanted something new, a little brighter than that old school Xplane 11 splash screen. Something a little bit different. And alright, we'll wait for this to load up. Alright guys, so here we are at, I believe this is Port Angeles, at the Kilo November Oscar Whiskey Airport. Here, I'm also using Pilot's ATC. Alright, and let's get this up and running, because what I need to do is I need to put this fuel in here. Alright, so now what we need to do is make sure that we have the weight and balance, weight and fuel that we need here. So we got a cargo of 714 pounds. So we'll come in here, let's bring this down. The closest we can get, I believe, is 718. And then we have 126 pounds for fuel. 126 pounds of fuel. We hit done, apply changes, and we should have that fuel in here. Yeah, let's take these chocks out of here. Alright, first things first, let's get these doors closed. Get some of that noise down a little bit. Oh, look at how quiet that is. Alright, we'll start up the master. Avionics. I'm not going to do any of the checklists or anything like that. It's such a short flight. And this aircraft is extremely easy to fly. We'll get our generator on. There we go. Not to waste any fuel for right now. Turn it on autopilot to make sure that's all good to go. Make sure that's on. We will get our ATC set up and ready.
Port Angeles CGAS information Sierra, 10 Zulu winds are light and variable. Skies clear. Temperature 24, dew point 6. Current altimeter is 3022. Arriving and departing runway 08.
08 is
Port
correct.
Angeles CGAS information.
Let's come over to delivery. Make sure we get this filed.
Alright, clear to Newark via the Palmer 2, then it's filed.
Alright.
2516.
Let's come over here, get this flight plan. It's extremely easy right here. Come over here. It's simple. Now what's going to happen is that we're going to get vectors to the runway for our arriving airport. Activate. There we go. Alright, so that's all good to go. We are going to hit the beacons. Alright. Make sure that's good. Get those keys out in here. Let's give them a call. Okay. Clearance delivery. Power Air 5564, ready to copy IFR.
Power Air 564 is cleared to Charlie Bravo Quebec 2 as filed. Expect departure runway 08. Climb and maintain 4,000 feet. Expect higher clearances 2 minutes after departure. Departure on 118.2 squawk 6614.
Power Air 564 is cleared to Charlie Bravo Quebec 2 as filed. Climb and maintain 4,000 feet. Expect higher clearances 2 minutes after departure. departure on 118.2 squawk 6614.
Power Air 564 readback correct. Contact departure on 118.2 for IFR release when number 1 for departure.
Departure on 118.2 for IFR release.
So we're
Power
gonna go
Air
for an IFR
564.
release. Here we go. Now let's start this bad boy up. G on that throttle. Navigation. Alright, so we are going to be going to runway 08. Let's come over here and see. Right now I'm looking at my pilot to ATC window here. Wait. Okay. Alright, so what we're going to do is we need to turn around. And we need to get over there. So let's do this. We're going to hit our taxi lights. Bring down our flaps. Let's get that air conditioning. It should be about 20C. And what I'd like to do is make sure that our trim is correct. Oh, wrong way. Get that trim down. There we go. Alright. Let's let's see how this is gonna act. Put on our strobe lights since we're gonna enter the runway. Also, for all you guys there that like to see the frames, we'll get that up and running. There we go. Up there, get that out of the way. What are we doing here? 22 knots. This should probably be about a 20-minute to 30-minute flight, if that, depending. Almost there. For any of you guys that are wondering, and there'll probably just be a limited amount of guys, how I'm getting these like movements. It is 8. Wow. Alright, so that map is wrong. I'm gonna show you real quick. Around, line up, just be ready. Alright, so we have this over here. Alright, it's XP Realistic Pro. This is version 2. Absolutely amazing. This is an absolute amazing plugin that adds all this extra movement in the cockpit. You know, when I'm flying and I hit turbulence, it moves around and shakes around like some actual turbulence, and it just looks extremely realistic. I really love it. Alright, so right now we're going to get our IFR release. So we're going to request IFR release. Here we go.
Power Air 564 request IFR release runway 08 at Kilo November Oscar Whiskey.
Power Air 564, you are released for departure. Runway 08 after takeoff, turn left to heading 342, then proceed direct Charlie Bravo Quebec 2, climb and maintain 4,000 feet. Released for departure, void at 0112 Zulu, advise with alternate intentions no later than 0117 Zulu. Time now is 0105 Zulu.
Power Air 564 released for departure, runway 08 after takeoff, turn left to heading 342, then direct Charlie Bravo Quebec 2, climb and maintain 4,000 feet. Release for departure, void at 0112 Zulu.
Alright.
Power Air 564, read back correct. Contact us when airborne.
Wilco, Power Air 564.
Alright, we're gonna just set something up over here.
American 501,
check it.
24 right approach to traffic.
Okay, alright, here we go. About 60 knots, we're gonna lift off. And there we go. Gear up. Start making our turn. Flaps up. Trim up a little bit. Get to our speed. We are going to actually lower just a little bit so that we can hear what's going on. There we go. Navigation. Now we want to bring it just a little slight further down. It's around 2,500. I go between, let's see, 2,500 and 20. There we go. On that. Oh, look at that. And there you go. There's that turbulence. Let's see what the passenger sees. Whew, windy. Wow, it is very windy. Hold on to your lunches. One thing I do want to check is the settings. So that noise that you're hearing kind of sounds like the plane is falling apart or something. That's one thing I don't like, but everything else is perfect for me. I'm sure it's a quick setting. It's showing us
Power Air 564, climb and maintain 5,000 feet.
Climb and maintain 5,000 feet. Power Air 564.
5,000 feet. Get that fuel a little bit further down here. Man, it is very windy up here right now. We got a tailwind. Wait a minute. Nope, sorry. Looking at the wrong thing here. We got a headwind. Oof. My God. This is why we buckle up. And I really hope it's not going to be this bumpy the whole way through. We'll all be throwing our lunches up. Whew. My God. Yeah, we're gonna get this a little further down here on. Oh, a little too much. A little too much. Wow, this is Oh, wrong one. Come on, grab the right one. Too much. Oh my God, this is really hard to do when this plane is all over the place. You know what? We're gonna stick right there. We're gonna hit up. Let's take. You know what? Let's drop it down to 17. There we go. We'll hit 17. There he is. So we're doing a true air speed of 192 knots with a ground speed of 173. And basically we are gonna get there in 20 minutes. If we don't throw up our lunches first. Go. I'm gonna switch this over. 8.4. We'll drop it down to about 8 on the right hand side and then even it out.
Power Air 564, contact Seattle Center on 125.1. Have a good evening.
Center on 125.1, take care, Power Air 564. Center Power Air 564, climbing to 5,000 feet.
Power Air 564, good evening. Radar contact. Altimeter 3019er.
Altimeter 3019er, Power Air 564.
There's no way I can get those buttons. I'll end up changing something else and then the video will turn into a whole new thing. Man, this is really turbulent at this altitude right now. My God. Let's go to a flyby. Wow, you can see it's all over the place right now. Let's see. Look at that. Oh wow, look at that. That's a lot. Well, it's usually a smoother ride than it is right now. Oh, wait. Eh, pass by. I think it might have smoothed out a little bit. There we go. Oh, much better. Now I can have a sip of coffee. Nothing like coffee when flying. So I've been flying the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 for a while, and or at least for me, the autopilot is, I don't know if you've noticed that, at least on Xplane, when you're going to make a turn from a waypoint to a waypoint, it doesn't necessarily have to get to that waypoint directly and then make a turn. It kind of makes that curve, and it knows where that curve is, and it does it really, really good on Xplane. But on Microsoft Flight Simulator, it literally has to go to that waypoint, go all the way to the waypoint until it just passes it, and then all of a sudden, if it's a curve that comes in this direction, maybe from from east to west back to I don't know, maybe east to west back to east,
Power
it will
Air
literally.
564 contact Vancouver Center on 125.9 or 5. Enjoy your evening.
Well, thank you,
Center
ATC.
on 125.9 or 5.
It
Power
will
Air
literally
564.
get to this waypoint and make a complete sharp turn back, and that makes no sense. It makes no sense. I even in FSX didn't do anything like that, you know? So I'm not too sure what's going on there. They really, really need to fix that. Alright, so it's just telling me where I'm at. Oh, it's good. Look out the window. I'm using the Orbic scenery right now. I have the Orbic scenery for Seattle, Washington, Northern, and Southern California. And as you can see, you know, still got some good frames. Rocking a 2080 Ti. Looking forward to getting the 3090, which means I'll probably have to get another power supply, and then eventually a new motherboard with a new processor to take full advantage of the 3090 using the PCI Express 4. So can't wait to see. As you're looking right now, it's definitely the GPU that's being bottlenecked at 72%, the CPU at 30%. And right now, yeah, you know what? I don't want to screw up the immersion right now. But settings are pretty high. You know, I got literally everything to the right-hand side, majority of the things. But the only thing I do not have, I never touched the water. I just don't know if they've ever fixed the water. And it's not that much of a big deal for me. Obviously, it's absolutely nothing like the Microsoft Flight Simulator water, which looks absolutely fantastic. But it's fine for me to get the fluidity of 50, 60 frames per second. I've seen 80 to 90 frames per second. And I know that there are a lot of people that say, hey, you know what, 30, 40 frames per second is sufficient enough for flight simulation. But honestly, if you're getting 50 or 60 or 70 frames per second, and you can literally tell that fluidity, how things move in almost real time, things fall the way they would fall in real time. You don't really see it at 30 or 40 frames per second. You see it at 60 plus, And when you're coming in for a landing and you're on a you're on a window view and you see that up and down motion of you coming in for a landing, it looks so much more realistic when you're hitting that 60, 70 frames per second mark than it is when you're seeing it at 30, 40 frames per second. At least in my honest opinion. Alright, so it looks like, let's see here. We're going to be hitting the top of the descent in about 10 minutes and 20 seconds. I have really no information on these airports because usually these small airports over here, there's not too much information with this Charlie Bravo Quebec 2. So we're going to come with Charlie. Where the hell did that B go? Bravo Quebec 2. Charlie Bravo, Quebec 2. Search. Come on. See? I have no information. So, we are in the hands of ATC right now. Once they line us up, some sort of lineup to the airport, we'll just hand fly it after it gives us last waypoint or last direction. I don't know if anybody else here uses the AirHauler 2. I think it's a great program, and it really gives you a reason to fly. You know, I see people using it and saying, "Oh, well, there's a cheat for this, and we can get more money for that." But I think that defeats the purpose of the application itself and the software. You know, so I want to fly a faster plane. Eventually, I want to get into like Learjets and things like that. But I got to work my way up, and I think I'm about 27 reputation right now. I got to hit 40 in order to take out a loan, and that's fine with me. Take these smaller planes out. The Cessna I used for a little while, but you know, about 110, 120 knots. You know, I wanted to go a little bit faster than that. Even the shorter flights were taking like an hour. But yeah, I'm loving the smaller Learjets and stuff like that. You know what I haven't tried with this Panthera yet is what do you call that? VR. I'd like to try the VR in here. Although I just can't use the VR controllers. I have to use a mouse. You know, I think I almost went right through my monitor one time going to hit a button, and don't want to do that again. But the immersion on the VR is insane. I can't wait for the technology to get good enough to be able to give you 50, 60, 70 frames per second and be able to see things as you would see them on a regular monitor. I know it's going to take some time, and hopefully before my day is up, I'll be able to see something like that, because that's just going to be a game changer in every way. Let's get a little more pump right here. We'll go to 17. So I had to do a little homework on this aircraft. Where when I first purchased this aircraft, it was throttle to the balls, right all the way straight through. And then I started noticing that I was really burning some fuel. A lot of things are acting crazy. I still can't get this down, no matter what I've read. See what I'm saying here? Now I can probably drop this down to about 14. 2,500 RPMs or even 2,400 RPM, and hit this to about 14. This never changes. The only times this changes is when I start to descend, and I just can't get this done correctly. But I was able to get the fuel done. I'm able to make a lot longer flights without burning fuel. And let's see, we're gonna hit. We're gonna wait for this to hit 8. And then we'll drop it to the right side, right? We'll drop, excuse me, to the left side, and then bring that down once it hits 7, and vice versa, back and forth. And we should be getting to the top of the descent in about 5 minutes and 30 seconds. We should be getting some instructions from ATC before that point to guide us in the right direction. So I am gonna actually start getting this ready over here. Headings. Let's get this to 016 right here. Go this way. 016. There we go.
Power Air 564, turn left heading 339er vectors to the straight and approach for runway 08 at Fort Langley, maintain 5,000 feet.
Heading 339.
And there we go. There we go. Make a left-hand turn.
Maintain 5,000 feet. Power Air 564.
And we are at 5,000 feet already. Now let's see, from where we are going to start to descend, just before we hit that point, I'm going to drop to about 130 knots because we're going to be making some turns over here, and they're literally bringing us down right near the airport. So although this plane doesn't take long to slow down, it's caught me sometimes, and I want to make sure I'm ahead of the game with that. Especially not having an ILS or anything like that. This is all just vectored in. So as I said before, I'm using pilot to ATC. The ATC that came with Xplane is really bad. Everybody knows it. Even the ATC that comes with Microsoft Flight Simulator is pretty bad. And I've used a couple of different ATC programs through the years with Xplane, and also for FSX, P3D, and all that. I found that pilot to ATC is the best, has been the best one that I've used, and I've used it for a few years now. I purchased some voices, which were, Jesus, they were so expensive, but definitely helps out a lot. And pilot to ATC has been true to me. I mean, it's been a great ATC pro. It's had its hiccups just like anything else. You know, you can speak to the developer, he helps you out, tell him the problem, gives you a solution, no issues, no real issues with it, so, you know, so far. But it's a great ATC program, and I believe this is also going to be working in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I was told that it is. We're just waiting for the SDK for Microsoft Flight Simulator to get a little bit better so that things can work correctly. And then I'm going to start using pilot to ATC with the Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm also using Traffic Global. I'm not sure if we have any traffic on here right now. I'm not seeing, let me come over here. Let's see if I hit the insert button. No, I don't see any traffic around this area over here. Traffic Global just actually implemented GA aircraft, which is awesome. I think the airports that I'm going to are just a little too rural right now, or the areas that I'm in don't really have too many flights with global traffic. I never really got into the settings of global traffic too much, so I'm not sure if that's something that I can change. But once in a while I'll see a plane here and there, you know, so it's pretty nice. Let's see here. We are basically, no, we still got some time before they're going to tell us to drop down. It's probably not going to be much of a descent. We're already at 5,000. The one thing I've noticed about this aircraft is the landing light. When I'm on the ground and just before I take off and I hit the landing light, you know, with the strobe and everything like that, it's on. As soon as I take off, it turns itself off, and I have no control over it until probably the approach. And then if I hit it, which is weird because, you know, usually you would turn the landing lights on at 10,000 feet, but when I do, this doesn't light up, and I don't see it light up even if it's on and I hit the approach. I literally have to hit the button again and turn it on as I'm on the approach for this light to actually turn on. I don't know if that's a bug or if that is something that happens in this aircraft normally in real life. So, oh, look at that. I guess we're gonna pass it down to 7. You know what, let's do it now before the aircraft starts getting a little too heavy on one side. Although this is not much of a difference, but alright, so let me open this up real quick. We're almost there. Should start getting some more vectors. Let's see. So this is looking like, oh, do you know why? I believe we are going to the, are we still in, oh, no, we're going in towards the Canadian side. That's why I don't have any ortho or Orbix for the Canadian side. You can always tell the Xplane default textures and ground because it always looks just so generic and repetitive. Looks like we're getting that, yep, it's back. It should make for a good landing if we have this turbulence on that landing. But I'm up for I'm up for a challenge. Absolutely. Alright, we should start getting some more vectors.
Power Air 564 turn right heading 355.
Heading 355, Power Air 564.
Alright.
Power Air 564 descend and maintain 3,300 feet altimeter 3023 at Fort Langley.
3,300.
3,300 feet, Power Air 564.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit the 130. Right. We'll hit 130.
Power Air
Bring down the
564
throttle.
turn right heading 052 cleared for visual straight and approach runway 08.
Heading 052 clear for visual straight and approach runway 08, Power Air 564.
052. We don't want to descend that much. Ooh, come back. Bring the throttle up a little bit. Alright, now, let's see. We should get one more vector in. About 1,000 feet. What we'll do here is we will grab that fuel back. Too much.
Power Air 564 turn right heading 080 descend and maintain 2,800 feet.
Heading 080, descend and maintain 2,800 feet, Power Air 564.
2,800 it is. There, wait, is that it right there? Yes it is. Let's get this thing down. Now if you see here, see I'm turning the landing lights on and the landing lights will not come on.
Power Air 564 descend and maintain 2,200 feet runway is 8 nautical miles. Maintain VFR. Call field in sight.
Descend and maintain 2,200 feet, Power Air 564.
Field in sight, Power Air 564.
Power Air 564 roger. Maintain VFR for remainder of flight. IFR service terminated. Frequency change approved. Have a good evening.
There's the airport right there. What we are going to do is we are gonna take it out of auto. And we are gonna come in ourselves. I might have to get those reflections off because that just kind of bothers me after a while. Trim a little bit. Coming in. Oh, slow it down, buddy. It is very windy right now.
Descending gear to flight 4, arrival altimeter is 3984.
A little faster, aren't we? Alright, we'll hit about 110 right now.
Oh, okay. That maintains 300 knots or better. Okay, from predict that maintains 300 knots or better. Veers 2455. Go further advise 19. Next step.
10. Bring down some flaps. Down to about 95. Bring down, it's about 87. 87, 86, yeah, 87. And set of flaps. Go. Let's try to. There's the landing lights. We are almost there. Man, this wind is no joke.
Good morning, JetBlue 593 versus 8,000, on 10,000.
Woo-wee, this is gonna be a big one. Come on, come on. Oh, that's a long line. Oh, get over there. Oh, gosh. Whew. Man, that wind is no joke. All right. Well, he landed on the runway. Get the flaps up.
Contact center now 124.52. 2450.
Guess we'll go towards the end over here.
United 1450, contact center 127.02.
702 United 1450. Thanks for the help.
And I hope there is. Oh, we almost passed it.
938, center roger.
And we are gonna kind of park right around this area right here. There we go.
14, contact
All right,
center
let's see if this will work.
132.17, good day.
3217.
Power Air 564, clear of active. Yeah, I didn't think that's gonna work on here. All right, it is what it is right now. So let's come over here, get these brakes on. Landing lights off, strobe lights off, leave the beacon on, pull this fuel down, and there we go. Let's see. Let's see, loading, unload. There we go. So we just made about, was it $4,300? Not bad. Go to this monitor, and there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we had a nice little flight. Now, if you want, let's come back over here. I love doing this. come over here and we'll tackle replay mode. Okay, we'll see what that was like from a passenger view. Must have been scary. Hey, I think I see my house from here. This is where all the frames really comes in handy. The more frames you have, the more realistic the movement is on this area over here. There we go. Woo. Oh my. Oh, no wings hit the ground. There we go. It wasn't a hard hit. We didn't screech all over the place. And it was a nice landing. Look at that. Get these flaps up. Come on up, flaps. That's really nice. There you go. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the flight. If you liked it, you could leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. If you want to subscribe for more videos, please do so. Have a good night, guys. Good night.